Well, on the back of the crazy snowstorm, there's still snow to contend with out here. You can take a look, and even though it's not the 20 inches or so that we started with, it's hard to get some real context for this. But if you bend down, you can tell that's actually a good foot still there on the ground, even several days later after the melting. And just dealing with this thing, I couldn't imagine where we'd be if we had not started by going ahead and getting the tractor. We really thought about maybe not doing that at first. And not only has this been a great choice for us, because buying a $10,000-$15,000 used tractor out of the gate is pretty hard to contemplate. Going with something that's basically an overgrown lawnmower at the top of the Husqvarna range, this thing actually helped us shovel almost 500, maybe 470 feet of our 530 feet of driveway. The chain package and assembling this plow on the front were great investments. They also make a snow blade, but with this you can change the direction of the blade, you can lift it, you can drop it, and that turned out to be great. I've got to clean it off, and I got to put it away. This last little bit of snow, unfortunately, has had a bunch of rainfall on it, which has iced up the top and made it that much harder to get rid of. And then we have a little lake from where we have a depression in the floor. But this little lake provides just enough room for the barn cat to get in and out, because we don't have a door right away. We are still moving in, but let's go take a look inside. We have a barn cat that was left for us that is living inside the insulated portion of our barn. And the reality is we have a lot of unpacking still to do. But this is the 1,600 square foot barn area with a access door, which is fantastic. Our little snow blower, which was so fantastic in the neighborhood, could not deal with the amount of snow that we were receiving. And now, to be able to get that in, I either manually shovel, or I need to, I'll end up shoving the snow in here, and that's not the best idea. So I'll probably just shovel this last little bit and then pull the tractor in. But we've got some plans. We got to clear out the last from the goats and the previous owners. We'll put in some shelves. I'll put in some workshop space. Clean up the mess from moving in. Bolt some stuff down. I still have one door to fix. But this is where our little barn cat has been living. Right in between the two walls. And it provides fantastic shelter. So far we've seen it pull some birds in there, some mice in there, and all the snow just blowing out of the north. Was a crazy situation, but I'll tell you, getting started and just doing some of our planning up front and figuring out what we wanted to do, and knowing we'd need a cart and we'd need something to mow some of the grasses once they start to come in the spring, really kind of saved our bacon. Some of our next projects have been planned out. We have parts of a chicken coop on the way. That's fantastic. Of course, I've got some plans, and I have to set aside the time to put some of that together. Maybe Lauren and I will get on camera. We'll talk about what the grand master plan over several years are. God willing, we'll see. He's provided the resources, and it's been a lot of fun, a lot of hard work in this first month. A lot of stumbles along the way, a lot of things that we just didn't plan on. You move in and you find out that this is broken or that is broken, and you know, God's provided. We've worked through a lot of that stuff. We've had to become friends with the plumbers. We met our neighbors through a gigantic bonfire that we didn't know was happening. It looked like the snow was on fire. I mean, really, it did. But it's been a fantastic time of learning, and there's so much more learning in front of us, figuring out how to go from a digital suburban life to running a homestead. So leave your comments below. What should we know as we go into the spring? And we'll share the journey as we go.